Expecting big changes. Greetings, we are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We are sensing your expectation for something big to occur on your world, to initiate large changes. And we want you to recognize that the path to big changes on your world is through the acknowledgement of the growth and evolution that you can become aware of within yourselves. It is absolutely important for you to grant yourselves the acknowledgement that you desire. Now, if you are looking for big changes within yourself before you hand out those words of appreciation, you're going to continue to wait. First, you must be willing to see that every small step forward for you is worthy of your own praise. Then, with that appreciation, you'll begin to see bigger changes within yourself, and then you can experience a big change in the external world. Looking outside of yourself for the change while looking right past all the positive changes that you've made in your own lives is not the way to get to where you are going. Remember that the outer world will always be a reflection of what is going on within you, and it is far more important for you to be aware of what is going on within you than it is for you to be looking for evidence outside of you that humanity is evolving. You can synchronize yourself with a version of the human collective that is making steady progress, simply by acknowledging the progress that you make, the progress that you see in the ones around you, the ones who are closest to you, and then the human collective will begin to reflect that to you as well. You all collectively co-create this world that you see and that you experience, and we know that you would like to see a much different world outside of yourselves. And we just want you to know that you're closer than you think. Trust us when we say that it'll always be an inside job. Raising your frequency. Your frequency matters. Your frequency, the rate at which you vibrate the energy of your consciousness, becomes your life experience. It is as simple as that. However, you have a lot to think about, a lot to do, and you certainly have a lot to process emotionally. All of that leaves you with very little of your precious time to tend to your frequency. You would be very well served by giving it your attention at least periodically throughout your day. It would be advantageous to you to have reminders for yourself, to check in and feel how high or low that frequency is. You can tell by what you are feeling, but you can also tell by what you are thinking and even what you are doing. Certainly, your physical bodies are wonderful feedback mechanisms. If there is something going on with you physically, then there is certainly something going on with you frequency-wise. There is always some underlying vibrational cause to what you are experiencing in the physical. So if you pay attention to what you are doing, what you are thinking, or what you are saying, and how you are feeling physically and emotionally, you'll become aware of your vibration. And once you become aware of it, the next part is to tune into, to zero in on it. You do that by going within. Pay attention to where you feel particular vibrations. Pay attention because it serves you to, and because by giving it your attention, you automatically shift it. You automatically shift the frequency of your vibration by intending to do so, and by focusing on it, you awaken yourself. You are in a constant state of awakening now. The easiest way for you to experience an awakening is to feel into your energetic bodies. Your energetic bodies don't just surround you. They can also be accessed within your physical frame, your physical structure. And giving them your attention, giving your physical and energetic and your emotional bodies your attention, is all that it takes to raise your frequency. Appreciate your energy. It is appropriate for you to look within yourselves and experience pride. It is not egotistical to be proud of yourself. In fact, what we witness more often than not is how you are lacking in appreciation for yourself. We see you hiding your light, or not even being aware of the light that you are emanating. We witness this in spite of the fact that we also see how far you've come on your journey, how much you've grown, and how much faster your energy is vibrating. When we look at you, we can see you energetically, and therefore we are not experiencing you through the filters of your mind and your ego. We experience you more purely. Your minds can analyze your accomplishments, compare you to other people, and find fault even when you have accomplished something. We recommend that you begin to experience yourselves more purely. We recommend that you feel for your energy and let that feeling be an indicator to you of how far you've come and how much there is to appreciate about yourselves. When you go within yourselves, you have access to the infinite, the eternal. You have access to that who you really are, and none of it is clouded by any sort of filter whatsoever. When you look at yourselves through the filters of your mind and your ego, you are less likely to experience the magnitude of who you are, And that is because of the limitations that the mind and the ego impose upon your perception. So we recommend that you don't ask them for their opinion. Instead, go right to the heart of who you are and feel your awareness of your energy. Feel your awareness of your vibration, your uniqueness. Feel your awareness of the source energy being that you truly are, and let that be what you focus upon. Let that be what you look for to an accurate assessment of how well you're doing, of how far you've come, and how much love there is within you to share with this world and this universe. You deserve to experience that assessment, and we invite you to do it. Transparency in the shift. This is a time of increased awareness of yourselves and the others that you share your planet with. This is a time of uncovering, discovering, and being transparent to one another. It is one of the reasons why you have so much sharing of information happening through your technology, including the unwanted and invasive spying techniques that are employed at times by people in a position of power. This is not meant to elicit feelings of victimization. This reality that you are creating for yourselves is meant to get you ready for a full telepathic society. Those of you who are empathic are already reading the emotions of others and feeling them within yourselves. Once you transition to being fully telepathic, there will be no more secrets and there will be no more hiding. There will be no reason to try to deceive another to hide a thought or a feeling. And so you are readying yourselves for that eventuality. This is a part of the evolution of your consciousness, because in order for you to be willing to share everything about yourselves, you must release your fears, your shame, and your judgment. When you accomplish this undertaking, which is well underway for all of you, you will not feel a need to hide anything from each other, and you will be willing to speak to one another about what you are feeling, what you are thinking, and what you desire. This openness is going to create a deepening of the connection that you all have with one another, and a strengthening of the human collective, which will ultimately assist you in your ascension process. Now, in the meantime, what would be most beneficial to all of you would be to start by being honest with yourselves. Start by acknowledging how you feel, acknowledging what you want to do and what you don't want to do, and even stating out loud to yourself how you feel, what it is that you want and what it is that you are wanting to release. You all assume that other people in your lives are much more together than you are, and sometimes you base this on how much money they have, where they live, what type of job they have, their mate, and so on. None of that is going to compensate for what a person fears, what a person is ashamed of, and the judgment that a person holds. Recognize that every one of you is in the same boat. You are all releasing. You are all letting go. You are all making room for higher frequency energies. Being open and honest with yourselves and others is paving the way for a brighter future for the entire collective. Be brave and be honest, and you will find that it is quite easy to clear away and to release that which is no longer serving you. Success and failure. There's a great deal of satisfaction that comes with accomplishing a goal. There's a great deal of pride that you can feel from a job well done, a task accomplished. You have a history on planet Earth of recognizing accomplishment, landmarks, and milestones. It is a proud tradition to honor those who have demonstrated a certain amount of success in their field. Now, we appreciate you in your failure. We appreciate you in your lack of success and achievement. So why do we do this? Why would we find there to be any reason to celebrate someone's failure? We see every experience that you have as an opportunity for growth. We see the hardships and the challenges that you face as giving you more to work with than the success and the accomplishments. We also feel that you are achieving more in your failures than you are in your successes. It is easy to pay someone a compliment when they've just achieved something. It is easy to love yourself and appreciate yourself based upon successful endeavors. But what is far more rewarding is to pick yourself up after having fallen, after having failed, and embrace yourself as you are and see yourself as lovable. It is far more beneficial for you to have compassion and unconditional love for yourself than it is for you to achieve that goal, so that you can feel conditional love and support for yourself. We also like it when you succeed, but we especially like it when the success has come from a willingness to take all of your lumps from the time when you did not succeed. We love to see you triumph of the spirit. We love to witness you bringing yourselves from the depth and taking yourselves beyond where you ever believed you could go. There is no real failure. There is only delay, and sometimes delay helps you to appreciate the arrival of something that you've been waiting for. It always does. The only question is whether you appreciate the experience of putting off in the inevitable success, the inevitable triumph, and the inevitable accomplishment. No greater accomplishment will ever be achieved than showing yourself unconditional love. That is why that illusion of failure is so important to your process of evolution. That is why we love sending you unconditional love, regardless of what you've done or not done in your lives. Your strength. You have exceeded our expectations for how much you can handle. You have taken on more processing in a shorter period of time than we believed humans were capable of handling. We know that many of you have reached the breaking point at times, which how much you have been working through energetically and emotionally, and even psychologically and physically. You have proven to be tougher than ever we could have imagined. We are observing you, of course, and observing what it is that you take on, how it is you handle what you take on, the results of your efforts. There is absolutely no doubt that you are capable of clearing out everything that is of a lower frequency to allow in that which you desire, to allow in the fifth dimensional experience. Your lives are not always as you want them to be, and this is in part due to the amount of processing that is necessary. What we want to suggest to you is that you do give yourselves more of the experience of the higher frequency energy moving through you as well. You may not believe that you are capable of handling higher frequency energy, especially when you are processing so much that is painful. Or perhaps you just don't take the time to do it because it seems like it doesn't get you anywhere. You run high frequency energy through you from time to time, and yet you don't see results in life to indicate that you have been allowing that high frequency energy and projecting it out. But the more you practice, the better you get. The more you practice, the more you can hold, and you can hold it for longer periods of time. You're capable of creating on such a massive scale, and it will take an ability on your part to let go of some of the details of what you are living in order to tap into that creative potential. It will take becoming more of a dreamer than a realist. It will take believing in magic, believing in miracles, and most importantly, believing in yourselves. If you were to see yourselves as we see you, and see the strength that we are aware of, you would be fully embracing your creative potential, and you would begin to construct a life for yourself that had absolutely no limitations placed upon it. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you.